Welcome back to the channel, guys. Kerrod here at Joondalup Resort, and in this video we're going to be talking about the 3 keys that you need in your golf swing to get more power, more distance, and hit that ball longer. Let's get into it. Without a doubt, one of the most common requests I get from players coming into the studio is I want more distance, be it with their driver or their general iron play. A lot of golfers out there are trying to look to hit that golf ball a little bit further. So in this video, I'm going to show you the 3 main keys that I look for to really help you improve the speed of your golf swing and therefore the distance that you can hit it. But before we get into it, please go down below, click subscribe, click that little bell so you get notified of any upcoming videos just like this. Okay, so the 3 keys. Key number 1, what we're looking for is a tension-free golf swing. So what does that mean? Well, in the golf swing, what we're looking for is to have a softness and mobility to our wrists. Now, don't get me wrong, this doesn't mean that we're trying to have soft hands. In fact, we do need to grip this golf club quite tightly. If you can imagine that you would be swinging this golf club, this 7-iron for example, up to 95 miles per hour, if we are gripping this golf club too loosely and you have a slight off-center hit, well, that club's just going to twist a lot in your hand. So believe it or not, as opposed to maybe what you've heard, we need to grip this golf club quite securely down in the fingers of our hands. Now, if you're not quite sure how to hold the golf club correctly, go through the channel and check for a grip video, and it's going to show you how to position the golf club down in the fingers to get maximum speed with that golf swing. So tension free, what does that mean? Well, if I've got the golf club positioned correctly in my hands and my grip is secure, tension free means that I'm able to have some mobility with my wrists and my arms without feeling like I'm tight and tense. So a great little strategy for you to do before you hit a shot is to do what you see a lot of high-level golfers do, and that's what they call have a waggle. So when they set up to the golf ball, you'll see a lot of PGA Tour players have a little bit of a back and forward, up and down motion with the club. They'll also have a little bit of a pumping of their arms towards the body, and while they're doing that, they're releasing a lot of that excessive tension out of their body. It's a great way to try and get some more speed in that golf swing. As soon as we get tense, this whole motion starts to slow down and it's going to really rob you of some distance. So key number 1, let's hold that golf club securely in our hands and let's get rid of a lot of that excessive tension. My favorite little tip to do that, place the club above your head like this, wave it around in circles without the grip slipping out of your hands, and you'll really start to get a good sense of having a nice relaxed upper body, arms and wrists. Okay, so that's key number 1. Key number 2, what we're looking for is a big turn both back and through the golf ball. So what does a big turn look like? Well, if you're setting up to the golf ball and you make a very armsy swing and you have very limited hip rotation, very limited shoulder and chest rotation, it's incredibly difficult to create as much speed as you possibly can. So what we're looking for in the golf swing when you're trying to create a lot of speed, if I was to put this golf club across my shoulders, is we would be looking for about 90 degrees of shoulder rotation. So from the address position, let's call this 0. If I was to make a turn with my shoulders, we're going to get the end of this golf club pointing back and behind the golf ball, and that would represent that we've created about a 90-degree shoulder turn. The hips, well, we want about half of that. If I was to do the same from the address position and then make a turn, I'm looking for about 45 degrees of turn. The combination of those will give you a nice, full, complete rotation to the top of your golf swing, really helping you torque your body in such a way that you can create more power coming down into the golf ball. And just like the backswing, well, we need some rotation in the follow through. Now, one of the simplest ways to do this is simply just focus on your finish position. So if I have a big shoulder turn on the way back, a big hip turn on the way back, on the follow through, what I'm looking for is to get my belt buckle pointing towards my target, my chest feeling nice and tall, extended out to where I want the ball to go, and my trail foot up on the toe. If you combine that big rotation on the way back and that big rotation on the way through, you'll find a combination of those two will help you create far more speed than if you didn't. And finally, key number 3. Now we've talked about releasing the tension in the arms, we've talked about how to move the body, and now we're going to talk about how to shift your pressure. We get the majority of our speed in the golf swing from how much we push down into the ground. if you look at players like Rory McIlroy or Tiger Woods, they'll have a significant dip to their heads, and as they do so, they're getting to the top of their swing and they're applying a lot of pressure down into the ground. And as they do that, they're able to then release a lot of the energy back towards the golf ball at the moment of impact, and that's how they hit the ball a tremendous distance. So how do we employ that into our own swings? Well, one of the easiest way to work on this is a simple step drill. So what I want you to do, from the address position, you're going to take a little bit of a narrow stance. As you swing the golf club back, I want you to take a little step back with your right foot. So it's going to look like this, a little step back with the right foot. And then as you get close to your lead arm moving past towards the top of the swing, you're going to redirect that step and step towards your front foot. So the combination of these looks as such: a little bit of narrower stance. We're going to take a little step back, a little step through, and swing towards the target. Do that a couple of times, and as you do it, really start to feel like you're starting to put a lot of pressure down into the ground. Now, they don't need to be big steps by any means, just a small step, but just enough to feel that you're shifting your weight into the ground, and as you do so, it's going to have a follow-on effect and allow you to create more energy and speed back at the moment of impact. So there you have it, my 3 main keys for creating more power. Let's get a tension-free, secure grip. Let's have a big turn in the backswing, big turn in the follow-through, and finally, let's learn on how to shift your pressure correctly throughout the golf swing by doing some little step drills, right foot, left foot, really feeling yourself push down into the ground. So try these exercises out, and I'm sure you'll pick up a few extra yards, and it may be just what you need to improve your handicap going forward in the year to come. So I hope you've enjoyed today's video. Once again, please comment below if you've got any questions. Please like and subscribe. But until next time, I'm Kerrod. Thanks for watching.